Hey beloved, Gavin is here. This video is about the throat chakra. We're going to be talking about communication and how to find your voice, how to find your power, and perhaps be more assertive and approach um, confrontation. Let's dive into it. Hey superstar, Gavin is here from Wake Up Fulfilled. I'm gonna blast you with some sun right now. Boom. More sun. Boom. Oh yeah, we got the sun. In the UK, we don't get a lot of sun, so when it comes out, a lot of people come outside and enjoy the sun. But it's actually quite cold. My hands are freezing right now, and it's early morning. And in this video, we're gonna be talking about the throat chakra and communication. Let's dive into it. So every morning I make these videos, and what you can do is you can make these videos a part of your morning ritual, your morning routine. It'll be really powerful for you to condition your mind every day with new information, but also insisting in raising your own vibration. My mission is to raise the vibration of the planet. So make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell. And the next video is going to be about the third eye. So if you want that video, subscribe and hit the notification bell. So in my life, one of the biggest things that I struggled with is that of communication. Really struggled with it. And I was always trying to force myself to become better at it, and it just seemed that I couldn't break through. I was afraid to tell people what was on my mind. When people would ask me what's wrong, I couldn't, speak. I couldn't get it out, like the words wouldn't come out of my mouth. It felt like there was a big ball stuck in my throat. I struggled with confrontation and being assertive, and I just didn't understand. I didn't understand why until very recently, actually. Over time, I did improve. I remember one point I went to Thailand, and I was living in Thailand when I was first starting my business, and it was starting to be successful and starting to see results. I went to Thailand, I was living in Thailand, and I actually went out there for a mentorship. I was actually invited out there, and it was amazing that I was able to manifest that opportunity because I was basically living out there for free. It was amazing. And so when I was out there, I spent a lot of time alone, and I'd done a lot of meditation, stuff like this. And this is when I had my first awakening experience. I actually came out of my body during a meditation. And at that point in time, as I went through my awakening experience, I was actually experiencing my awakening symptoms. I started to get ill, chest pains, and all of this stuff. I didn't understand what was going on. And I felt really like this weird fuzziness in my mind and my body. And it was just like uncontrollable. I didn't understand it. And then, whilst I was there, a lot of the time I was alone, and I needed to meet new people and make new friends and communicate. But obviously I was struggling with that. And so what I would do is I would push myself a bit to go out and try and go to the bars and the restaurants and stuff like this and speak with people. And I remember the immense anxiety that I felt. It was really hard for me to speak with people. I was like super tight and like, right? I was super tight, and like my throat felt super tight, and I was like afraid to speak. And people could see it. And I remember speaking to one guy, and he was smoking weed, saying, "Relax, man, you need to learn how to relax." And at that point in time, I didn't understand until like very recently. I would say the beginnings of 2018, I started to understand this relaxed thing. And it's kind of funny, prior to all of that, in my previous channel that I had, I spoke about success is a relaxed state, but I didn't apply that to communication. And so I started to learn more and more that confidence and social confidence and social anxiety, when you have social anxiety, it means you're tight and anxious and you're in fight or flight, you're unrelaxed. right? You're tense. And success is a relaxed state, and confidence is a relaxed state, right? Confidence is when you're relaxed and you're calm and you are not concerned with what people are thinking. And so I went to this seminar. The seminar was about neuro-linguistic programming and hypnosis. And it was by Richard Bandler and Paul McKenna. Paul McKenna is more of the hypnotist. Richard Bandler is the co-founder of neuro-linguistic programming. And at this seminar I went to, Paul McKenna was speaking, and he was just so relaxed and enthusiastic, and like he had this flow to his communication, and it was like really weird to me. Like, and then he started speaking about communication and confidence. And basically what he said is, the reason I'm like this is because I'm not trying to be confident. I'm just relaxed. Confidence is just being relaxed and okay with yourself. And it's like, oh, interesting. And then I learned about neutrality shifting. And what I was able to do with my own communication is to not be so tight and rigid with my communication. And also installing the idea that communication is totally normal and totally natural. And that's what I was able to do for myself. And now when I'm around people, I have more like oomph under my voice, and I'm able to communicate a lot better and a lot easier, and show my personality a little bit more, and it feels really good. And so I had a breakthrough in my communication, and I feel like I'm where I wanted to be in terms of communication. I'm not constantly observing myself in terms of communication. So communication is really important. And I noticed that now that my communication ability has gone up, my love has gone up for people, because we're having better conversations and we're talking, and there's no resistance against talking, and I'm letting what I need to let out, and I'm hearing what they need to hear. So communication is really, really important, especially in romantic relationships, family relationships, all relationships, even at work. As a boss, if you're like a manager or something like that, you need to learn to communicate with the employees. And the employees need to learn to communicate with each other, otherwise it's not going to be productive. And so communication is really important. Even within your body, your cells are communicating with each other, your nervous system is communicating with your entire body. Everything's communicating within your body, and it's important for us to master this throat chakra energy. In terms of the universe and manifesting, it seems like I've always had a good ability to communicate with source, to communicate with this universe. And I'm not necessarily speaking about getting downloads and receiving information. I'm talking about, okay, I want to go after this and make this happen. Let's make it happen. But I think it's because I always knew about approaching the law of attraction from normality, from neutrality, where I wasn't necessarily desiring things too much. I wasn't too eager to make something happen. I remember when I was reading the book Think and Grow Rich, the first 4 chapters. I read the first 4 chapters of Think and Grow Rich. And after I read the first 4 chapters, I went out and I applied it. And within a couple of months, I'd made my most money. I made a multiple 5-figure sum. In a very short space of time. It was really, really quick after reading the first 4 chapters. So I read the first 4 chapters. I was like, oh, this is how you do it. And then I went out and applied it. And the thing with books, people perceive them in different ways. Because when I first read Think and Grow Rich a year prior, I was like, what the hell is this? This is a load of crap. And then when I had read it again, I was like, whoa, this is amazing stuff. But then even then, you and I might be reading the book in a completely different way. So I want to share with you the way I understand some of the chapters in the book, especially the chapter of faith. When I read the chapter of faith, which I think is one of the most important principles in that book, I read it as, no, it's just done. Like, it's just done. It's like, it's not that I'm believing in something, you know, and trying to get it to come in. No, it's just done. I don't need to ask. I don't need to chase. I don't need to want or desire. I just need to faith. And at the time I was using the word faith, and that's what a lot of people use, faith and belief. But again, when people saying, you watch other people's videos and they say, believe in yourself, have some faith. The real kind of faith, the real kind of belief, is just, no, it's done. It's neutral. It is me, right? I am it. It is me. It is done. It's like a different kind of trust. It's like a knowing. It's like a doneness. It's like a already have. It's like a, I don't really care because I already have. Your phone right now, do you care that you have your phone? When you first wanted it, you might have desired, oh, the new iPhone or the new Galaxy or whatever, Samsung. You might have desired it in the beginning, but now that you have it for a certain period of time, you're like, you don't really care that you have the phone. You just have a phone, and it's just normal to have a phone, right? You're not desiring it. It just feels normal to have it because you have it. That's what you want to be in terms of manifesting. That's how you want to communicate with the universe. As soon as you have excess importance or you put too much eagerness or desire in it, it's a different energy. Now I'm talking in terms of law of attraction. There's also the way where you can just take massive action, hustle, make it happen. That works too. And I'm not saying that you don't have to take action with the way I'm telling you right now. You do have to take action, right? When I was applying the faith and I read the book Think and Grow Rich, and I realized faith as just like, oh, it's just done. This just came to me. I related this to Abraham Hicks and her teachings. Abraham Hicks, what she teaches is it's done, it's done, it's done, it's done, it's done. And I kind of related the faith and the two together. I didn't notice that before. It just came to me now. All right. But when I read the book Think and Grow Rich, I took action like I just couldn't help it, because it wasn't even that I wanted the thing anymore. It felt like I already have it. I already had it in my life. I already had the money and success. And the funny thing is, at the time, there's someone that I could have potentially teamed up with who would have made it really successful. And I kept on trying to get him to work with me, but he didn't want to work for me. He was delaying and pushing things back and stuff like this. As soon as I didn't care about him, as soon as I focused on myself and built that faith, I'm going to make it happen with or without you. As soon as I stepped into that energy of like, it's done, baby. It's done, man. It's done. Don't need to wait for this guy over here, wait for this guy over here, wait till I'm a certain person or anything like this. At that time, I just was in a state of, this is easy, right? It wasn't even a belief, it's beyond belief. It's just, no, it's very hard to explain it. And that's why I call it neutrality shifting, where it's just like, you're not trying, you're not even thinking positive, you're not even using any tools or law of attraction techniques. It's just, it's your default to be there. All right, let me give you an example. If you close your eyes right now, close your eyes, and think of someone who inspires you, who is motivational, who is making a lot of money, who has a lot of success, who has amazing relationships. Just imagine someone, it doesn't matter who it is. It could be someone famous like Oprah Winfrey. It could be a friend or family member who just really inspires you, has a lot of love and compassion. Famous, friend and family, doesn't matter. Okay, just imagine this person. Come up with this person right now. And once you come up with this person, what I want you to do is see your soul coming out of your body into them. And you're going to wake up. You're going to open your eyes as if you are them. Not actually physically open your eyes right now, but you're going to open your eyes in your imagination as if you are them. And I want you to notice what they feel like. What do they feel like? In terms of confidence. Are they trying to be confident? Or is it just normal? Are they trying to love? Or is it just normal? Are they trying to make more money? Or is it just normal? Are they trying to be a certain way? Are they trying to manifest more success? No, it's just normal for me to manifest more success. They're not trying anything. It's just normal to them. They're not eager, they're not desiring. It's just a part of who they are. It's a part of their personality. So come back to the room, open your eyes, and you'll realize, oh, manifestation is not desiring, asking, believing. It's just your personality. I'm just the type of person that has that. And so when I talk of faith, back then, it literally became a part of my personality to make a significant amount of money. And literally within months, I'd made my most money I'd ever made. It was just who I was. It just felt like, no, I'm the type of person to make that type of money. Sorry, can't help it. Your current personality right now, you can't help but be you, right? You're automatically you. You also, if you're wanting to manifest more money or create more money in your life, or have more success or whatever it is, build that relationship, have those relationships, you want to be the personality that's conducive with having that, right? Where you're naturally just that way. Our attributes, our attitudes, our behaviors lead to the life that we want. This is called neutrality shifting, and we do offer neutrality shifting coaching where we shift your personality to align with your personal reality, the reality that you want. There'll be a link in the description if you want to get that coaching. So this is how you communicate with the universe. This is how you communicate in terms of manifesting and aligning with your highest timeline. This is how you're able to attract the things that you are wanting in your life by shifting who you are, shifting your behaviors, your attitudes, your habits. And as you begin to feel that way, feeling is the secret, Neville Goddard. When you begin to feel this way, when you have that feeling inside of yourself, guess what? The outer world begins to change. So, feeling is the secret. And Neville Goddard said it right, because your personality determines how you feel. And when you feel great, when you feel abundance, when you feel like you're already a millionaire, you attract that into your life because you're doing the things that lead to that. You see how that works? Feeling is the secret. So what I like to do when I wake up in the morning and before I go to bed is I feel like the person that I'm wanting to become, right? I condition my being that these are the feelings that I want to experience a majority of the time. And these feelings correspond with the life that I am wanting, right? So that's what you can use. However, if you want to speed up the process, you can get neutrality shifting coaching. The link will be in the description where you can go get that. We have tons of testimonials and amazing results. Just after the first session of people working with us to see astronomical results. It's really, really powerful. So check that out. In the next video, we're going to be talking about the third eye. Be sure to subscribe, get a notification bell for my videos, and get that third eye video. Keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding. There'll be more videos on screen right now. And I'll speak to you soon. Love and light.